So, you're Victor.
I am, yeah.
Victor
You're
Adame,
Adame.
Minguez. There's so many names.
Yeah, we try to keep it short, but...
So we're here at SCG Con, and...
Roanoke, Virginia.
Roanoke.
Your home state.
Home state, not hometown.
No.
Thank God. No offense to Roanoke, but whatever.
It's pretty cool, Roanoke, so far.
Yeah, we've had a good time here.
Yeah.
So we're here for our magic event, and you obviously have been doing magic art for 5 years?
4? When was 2014? Yeah.
Yeah? 4 years, wow.
Yeah, July 2014.
And you've done a ton of cards.
Yeah.
In 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years. I mean, when you look back at it,
Yeah.
I think I have 110 commissions.
Jeez.
Like, it doesn't seem like much, but...
I mean, that's how many I've got, but I've had like 7.5 years.
Yeah,
when I think about like how hard I've worked and realize that you've had 2.5 less years, and you've had...
Because not only have I done magic, but like I've done the things that we were talking about, the...
oh, right, the non-card
the non-card, like history, like history pieces and stuff that. Yeah, when you think about like 25 pieces a year.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's one every other week.
Yeah.
And like magic pieces are not like low standards, I guess.
No.
So.
And especially not how I work. Like I didn't take the process that seriously, so I ended up doing more like rendering after because a piece was lacking in the main things like the composition. Like for me, like now that I look back, like it was lacking on the basics, so I try to compensate that with like over rendering.
Right.
And that takes longer. Like that takes way longer. So now I'm able to do more.
Right.
Because I understand the process and I'm diligent to the process.
Yeah. And I think that's something I want to address, because you get this all the time, that people think you're really fast because you produce so much.
I'm not at all.
Because you're always cranking out paintings, and like you have a ridiculous rate, and so they're like, oh, he must do paintings like super fast. He's so painterly.
Yeah.
And like the reality is
not.
No, you work incredibly hard.
Yeah, I work a lot, like long hours. I'm one of the. I mean, I've gotten a few that were like rush pieces.
Sure.
That I've been asked, like, hey, we have this one that's due in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Can you do it? And it's because of that kind of like false sense that I'm really fast. I'm really not. Like I probably work for like 8 hours at least every day.
Oh yeah.
And I mean I enjoy it, and I have like not a lot to do.
I mean, like, art is your hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, it is your job. But
it's my job, but it's also my hobby.
Yeah.
That's not. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that to everyone, but
Sure.
like it's like we have every stage in life. Like sometimes you get to do that, and sometimes it's feasible. Like you could do it. But like I'm gonna be at some point in life later that I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Right.
I'm just gonna be able to work, normal hours and probably less than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important, because a lot of people think that if someone advocates working like 8-hour days, 10-hour days, that they recommend doing that for like their entire life.
Yeah. No.
And like that's not realistic. Like you can go through phases of working like crazy hours and then like take some time off.
And you gotta understand the context. There's like context is everything. Like everyone's different. Everyone lives. I mean, I live in a small town in Mexico.
Sure.
There's not a lot to do. Not even my friends are local.
Right.
I have to travel to the city to see my friends. My girlfriend lives in the States currently, and like I work a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. I have a big family of dogs that I like to take care of. And I mean, dogs are expensive, and we have a lot.
Yep. You gotta keep making money for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't recommend like everyone should do that. Like it just, I mean, you, and I know me. I know I can get on to work right now.
Yeah.
As opposed to if, like I moved to the States, I would have to like take care of other things.
Right.
Like other things would become priority, and that wouldn't have to work as much.
Yeah. But there's something kind of nice about doing that super intensive work where you can work that hard and that sort of becomes your focus.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, magic work is like one of the best. I mean, for me, it's the best job that I've ever had.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can call other things I've had jobs. I mean, I've worked for like other games and stuff, but like other than like making art, I've done gigs. I taught in high school for a little bit.
Oh yeah. What did you teach?
Art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was the art teacher.
Oh yeah. How'd it go?
It was pretty good actually. Like it was like a level of high school. Like it was a senior, but it was like the last ones, and they were adults basically.
Sure.
So you could communicate with them. You could like interact and really. I don't know. It's not like you're dealing with children. It's not like you have to like calm them down or anything. It's normal, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
It didn't pay much. Like
no, I can't imagine.
No, it was like $5 an hour.
That's rough. It was real rough.
And I think I had like 3 hours at the most every day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not great pay.
No, it's
magic is a little bit better than that.
Magic is better than working in Mexico. Yeah, I actually got a question about how we had a bunch of questions right on Twitter.
Yeah, we had a few.
One of them was from a fellow Hispanic. I don't know. I'm sorry about misquoting your home country. Maybe he was Portuguese, Brazilian. I think he was Brazilian. And he asked me about how was like being a Latin American artist working on the U.S. But like to be honest, I haven't known anything else because there's like few to none artist jobs in Mexico. There are like very few in Latin America as a whole. So I've always been introduced to like the art scene here in the States or Europe or wherever. So. Yeah. I wouldn't know how to answer that question because I started working on book covers for American authors. I think I worked for a British author, and I did Fantasy Flight. So that was like my whole.
Well, see, I sort of see that as an example of you sort of being an object lesson in how it didn't matter that you weren't American.
Yeah.
Magic doesn't care that you live in Mexico.
No, they don't.
They really don't care. They see your paintings. Yeah. They say they're really good.
Yeah.
They send you money and you go from art.
You keep it working.
It's not like the fact that you're far away influences people hiring you at all.
No, it's not.
Like it's harder to meet people, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I like a lot of people know my story. Like I had to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like that's how I got into magic. But still, like I think like these days you could not you could just do it online and you're fine.
Yeah, like I know Wizards looks at their submission emails and know that if a great artist comes along, they're not going to care where you're at. They're just going to hire you.
And they're scouting people online. Yeah. Like I know they follow people on social media, Twitter, ArtStation. Like they follow if they think you're worthy of doing work with them, then they'll give you a follow and they look at your work and I don't know.
And even in some ways, there are a few advantages to the fact that you're in Mexico, but it frankly is a lot cheaper down there.
Yeah.
Like the salary you're going to make doing magic stuff compared to living somewhere in the States.
Yeah.
It's a world of difference.
Yeah, it is.
So.
No, we have to edit that part. I don't want to go back with that info in a while.
Yeah, don't tell your neighbors.
No.
You're not doing well.
No,
you're doing terribly.
A lot of expenses.
Same goes for Mexican taxes, right?
Mexican taxes are actually very, very bad.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, they're a lot. Like the
really?
percentages really go high up.
Oh, jeez, had no idea.
Yeah, I pay a lot of Mexican taxes.
Oh, jeez, yeah, that's not good. Don't do that.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you have a good government.
Yeah, I have a I don't know. But we'll see.
Potential.
I mean, but you don't get to complain about your government if you don't pay taxes. That's why I do.
That is very true.
Yeah, so I get to be active and political and complain about that stuff.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I mean, it's got ups and downs, pros and cons.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like now that I'm living in Mexico and working for a company in the States, like the money is good, and that gives me a chance to save, or that gives me a chance to probably invest in some things.
Yep.
And I mean, while I'm doing this, I better seize that chance, which I'm probably not going to have. And I mean, it's not a sure thing. Like you gotta take advantage of like every chance that you get, and you gotta make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you've obviously done Magic for 4 years now, but before that you played for years, right?
Yeah, I think I started playing before I started high school.
Wow. So
yeah.
How long ago was that? But
it was like 2003.
Oh geez, so like 15 years ago.
Yeah, we're actually the same age.
We are. He's technically older than me.
Yeah, about a month or
yes,
two.
Not a lot.
Yeah, so like when he talked about like long ago, it's
hey, I didn't play Magic as a kid. I technically knew how, but I didn't. But I didn't.
Yeah, I played Magic, and that was one of the reasons that I chose to like work on Magic because I love it so much. And you know, like seeing the names on the cards, like, oh, these people make a living.
Yeah.
And you can work from home, and that's when it really hit me. When I was in college, like you're in senior, probably like sophomore, junior kind of like year, and you're hit like hard with the question like, what am I gonna do? Like, where's the money gonna come from?
Right.
And I was like, like I'm just gonna be honest with myself, and I'm like, I love Magic, and I want to do this because like you're swayed like one way or another. Like a lot of people tell you to do. Especially me, like I went to a fine art school, and that was like the trend. And I was really into it. Like it was fun, but it wasn't like I wasn't being honest. Like my thing was fantasy art, and that sort of thing. And yeah, like seeing the names on the cards, like the artist credit and all that stuff. And I was like, and these people make money, and I can work from home, and now we have the internet.
Yep.
And like all these reasons just came, like all these things came together, and a buddy of mine was like, hey, do you want to go to San Diego Comic-Con? I have family in TJ, and you can stay in TJ and just go over every day. The hotel's going to be free.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure.
Sweet. And
they hosted these portfolio reviews, and that's how I got in.
Really? With Jeremy, or who gave you a review?
It was not Jeremy. It was someone else.
Oh, okay.
There was two people. Later I met them, and if anyone has bought the board game that they did with the little figures.
Lords of Waterdeep? Or no?
No, it was a Magic board game.
Oh, right, the
one with the tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he commissioned me for a few pieces of that.
Oh, cool.
And he said, like, yeah, I'm the guy that interviewed you at Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. Like you don't get to meet a lot of them in person. Like you don't get to meet the people that you work with, but when you do, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like I don't get to work with many people that I've met, honestly, but it is pretty awesome when they are your friends and you get to hang out with them and have a beer with them, and it's just kind of a different thing.
Do creator chats.
Exactly. So you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Gesture randomly. Yeah, it's great for the audio only version because they're like, why is it so silent? What are they doing?
Random silence. I'm sorry, I didn't know there was going to be like no audio.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. Trust me, this is not high production value time.
I mean, we have a neat space. Like
we do. We have this weird couch, which is oddly proportioned.
It's hot. It's comfy though. That works.
It's comfy for one person or two people cuddling.
Yeah. We're not.
We're doing neither currently.
Yeah.
No. So you were kind of pushed in art school more to do fine arty kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not like you guys in the States have it really good. Like, we're still old school. Like we're still far behind.
That's probably a good thing.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But when you have to teach yourself stuff, because the teachers are not, the teachers just have the spot, and they can't, like, they have this thing where they can't be fired. Like, they can't be moved. So they don't care anymore, so you have to teach yourself stuff.
Yeah.
I had some pretty good teachers, honestly. Like, they were more the bad ones. And yeah, they kind of like peer pressure you to like doing whatever the trend is. And when you like start to get like into that world where you know you're not going to win a scholarship or an award, because it's all fixed, like it's all rigged, and you kind of know like the innings of how it works. It's really discouraging when you find out.
Yeah.
I basically had a friend, like, he was really good, like, he's really good, and he started, like, getting into filmmaking, and he started, like, doing his own stuff. He actually met Guillermo del Toro, and, like, they became, like, Facebook buddies, or, like, he started chatting, and so, like, he started making it, but, like, after he, like, started making his own stuff, but before he was painting, and I remember he told me once that he was told by one of the judges, like, hey, they're not going to pick you ever. Wow. They're just going to pick these guys, like they're proteges, but they're never going to pick you.
Oh, geez.
And they were like, it was like another guy, it was like a foreign guy that they picked for the jury, and like he was blunt honest with them. Like, no, they're never going to pick you, so you might as well.
Jeez.
Like,
that's rough.
Yeah, like save your money, save your energy, go somewhere else, do something else, because you're not going to win a penny.
Wow.
And that was pretty rough. And when you like hear that about the art world, like you know that's something that exists in a lot of things. So you might as well just like do your own thing and try not to rely a lot on those opportunities that might never happen. Yeah. Right. So yeah, that was rough, and that was one of the things that made me just decide to not do traditional art.
Right.
I mean, not traditional art. I mean, gallery work.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a strange, difficult world to get into. Yeah. There's no clear path to it. It's not like you go get a review from someone and then you make a certain amount of money. It's very strange. You find galleries. They sell some of your stuff. They're not exclusive, so you can sell it at other galleries. You can sell it direct to people. There's so many different things you can do. It's not quite as a clear-cut path as like freelance illustration, where it's just like go get some good clients and make some money. There's obviously some more nuance to it, but it is a weirder world. So between graduating art school and getting magic, what did you do in those several years in between those? There's a little bit of a gap there, right?
Yeah, it was I think it was like 1 year.
Oh, nice.
I stressed out a lot.
Well, that's honest.
There's a lot of fear and not knowing where your paycheck is going to come from.
Sure.
I did Fantasy Flight. I did some Star Wars things.
Okay, cool.
Mainly because I love Star Wars.
The
pay was not like the best, but I mean the work was fun.
That's your way of saying the pay was the worst.
Pay was not great.
But it was real bad.
I mean the work was fun, and the art directors were cool.
Yes, totally.
And I mean, it's like living in Mexico, like you said, like it's pretty cheap, so I didn't have to.
I mean, if you're talking about a $5 an hour teaching job, then all of a sudden Fantasy Flight is not too bad.
It's not the worst, but like I knew that I could do better. Like I was just aiming at magic, and like I got your advice of not. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm misquoting you. It might have been Pete.
Oh God! Don't do that.
I mean, because like back in the day, I used to listen to two guys.
Right.
You were one of them.
Yeah.
The other one was Pete.
Wow, and you turned out so nice. I don't know how that happened.
But I looked up to Pete. Like he had some wisdom.
Yeah, totally.
He said, I mean, I don't know if it was you or Pete that said don't take the small paying jobs. Like just go for the big one, because the small paying jobs are not gonna. Like, you're not going to use them for your portfolio. It's not going to be good enough work. And the money's not going to be great. And it's going to go away, like, as soon as you, like, realize the money's going to be gone. Yeah. So it's not going to be worth anything. Yeah. So just wait and work on your own stuff, and then when you're ready to, like, hit for the bigger clients.
Yeah.
I didn't do that though because I had bills to pay.
Yeah.
I started working for several authors, which if you're a starting artist, if you're just starting out and decide to do illustration, and you meet up with an author, and he's just the author, don't do the work. Like, if there's like no one in between, like no art director, like no middle company hiring you. If it's just the author, and he or she is gonna be overseeing your work, that's gonna be hell. Like, don't do that. I don't recommend doing that at all. Yeah. I mean, there might be some exceptions, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten lucky a couple times, but I know I've gotten lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing is that most people who need art like that don't realize that art direction is actually a skill that is developed.
Yeah.
That actually describing what you want out of a painting is not easy. It doesn't come naturally to people. It doesn't even come naturally to artists. Like, we've seen several artists turn into art directors, and the transition doesn't happen immediately from great artist to great art director. There's usually like this weird middle ground of like, they don't exactly know how to say, just do this, just make a really good painting. And it takes sometimes a few years for them to kind of get their footing of exactly what to tell a particular artist to get the best work out of them. So, yeah, I think the problem with working with any individuals for any sort of visual anything is that they have no idea what they want.
No, it was rough. Yeah, especially when it's the creator of that certain thing. Like when it's their baby, they're nitpicky as hell.
Yeah,
I mean, at least like the people that I work with. Yeah, like I remember working on something that, like, the guy described the mood and the scene, and then what he wanted visually was complete opposite. And I was confident that it was not going to work because he wanted like the mood of the scene was like a chase.
Yeah.
And it was like something like creepy, something dark, like a lot of emotion, but it was like it was a little enough like suspense kind of thing. You know, it was like a tense scene. But he described something like beautiful with all these bright colors and all these bright trees and like fall. And I was like, okay, I mean, I'm gonna do it, but it's not gonna be great. And by the end of it, he was not happy with it. I was like honest with him. I was like, this is what happened. Like, you started working on this, and I'm just gonna quit and give me a kill fee.
Sure.
And he said, no, please stay. I'm gonna hire an art director. And surely enough, he got an art director, and we started working together, and we did the cover, and it was good.
Yeah.
By that time standards, it was good.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least it turned out well.
Yeah,
I've had just nightmare jobs that were ended with that kill fee part. Nothing past that.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, but you'll learn about those sort of things. That's it. I mean, I think you're very lucky if you don't.
Yeah.
If you get to skip all that process, but most people go through that. Yeah. And I think it's unavoidable.
Yeah, everyone goes through some annoying stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and it's great. Like, if you have a creator chat or something, a resource that you can go to and like skip all of that nightmare stuff that we lived.
Don't work for shitty clients.
No, it's just not worth it. Yeah, but I did learn a lot from you and Pete.
That was good. And you didn't become too bitter either.
I'm not bitter at all.
You're so positive and nice.
I mean, I guess I just let go a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's not good to keep. It's also like health stuff. It's not good to be like tense.
No.
I mean, like problems sleeping. And that stuff is too real. And
and I mean, like, as important as like the art side of things are, if you're not taking care of your life, you're gonna just be miserable the whole time and make terrible art and hate yourself, and nothing's gonna go well. So.
Yeah, making that's a downward spiral. Like, I've never been like caught into it. I mean, I've had like the risk of falling into that like that trap. But yeah, like I think it's like a snowball that you don't take care of yourself, you do bad art, people stop hiring you, people stop giving you jobs, and like you get more bummed out, and it just keeps going. So you have to take care of yourself and let go of a lot of things.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think that's really important. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you have any other things you really want to talk about?
I mean, there's a lot of things we talk
about. Well, I mean, there's your entire life.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's not an interview. We're here for the.
No, we're here for you. It's all about you.
No, it's not about me.
We're changing the name to the Victor Chat.
Victor Chat, like a special episode.
Yeah, it's Victor Chat.
It's like
I'm going to make some special graphics.
No.
Yes, I am.
It's like the spin-off that nobody wanted.
It's like, oh god, why do they keep making episodes?
It's like the Han Solo movie that nobody wanted. Yeah, I mean, like right now it's like I got it pretty good when it comes to art, but yeah, you got through like you go through some hoops.
Yeah,
like everything, but it turns out. Yeah, that's what I say to a lot of people. I say to a lot of people, just stay on the path. Like you're eventually gonna break in.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, like there's some things that come up. Like you have to pay bills. Like especially if you live in a, like I happen to have it good. Like I didn't have a lot of bills to pay and stuff was cheap. But some people may not have that chance, and I mean it's unfortunate. Like they have to like give up on that. Like as rough as it sounds, like art is not for everyone. Not everyone's going to be an artist. But it doesn't mean that it's bad.
Right.
Like you can enjoy like anything. You can do something else and still enjoy it and still be creative. I think you said that, right? Like having art as a hobby is not.
I encourage people to do it because honestly, there are many days where I'm doing art and I realize that I'm not enjoying art like I used to, and I'm just like, this is just a boring job. Like we were talking about at dinner earlier, that if even a magic job ever turns into not making art and instead just turns into me doing art for an hourly wage effectively, I just get really bummed out, and I'm not enjoying it anymore. I'm really just, this is just a chore to get through, and it's sad because I like doing magic work, I like doing art, but it turns into a job, and that's why I tell people to like go ahead and just make it a hobby. It's fine. You can chill out and make art, and you can go make plenty of money doing something else to support yourself, and that's fine. It's not like you can't find fulfillment in something else. There's nothing shameful about that. Somebody wants to sit around and do paintings in their spare time, sure. Go for it. That's great.
Yeah, I used to. A lot of people doing free courses and free classes up at my school. They were just painting like still life, and like we were smug artist students, and we looked down on those people, but they were having fun. Like they wanted to do that, and I mean they were housewives and like retired guys, and they just wanted to do something in their spare time. Like they enjoyed painting, and that's totally fine. And like it's true that you can do art, like you can have your dream job, but like other things in your life might not be working well, and you could be dealing with health stuff or personal stuff or mental health stuff, or you can just like not be in the best shape and not enjoy what you're doing. So it doesn't mean just because you're like you get your like dream job that everything's going to work out.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, maybe for you it did, but I know when I got magic, my whole life didn't sort itself out.
No. No. Like you get. I mean, like I still have like a few things to figure out. Like like you met my girlfriend. Like I love her very much. But she lives on the States, and we're currently dealing with that. And
it's hard.
It is very tough. Like the distance and not seeing each other. Like fortunately, I'm going to see her pretty soon.
Yeah, very soon.
But we just went something close to 2 months, and that's rough.
That's really hard.
So I mean, you can have your dream job. You can like be doing whatever you love, but there's some things that you can't have right away.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is like a chat's turning into like advice to we're kind of like disappointing people.
No, but it's positive in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a reality that like your happiness is not determined by getting that one goal. Like as good as that one goal looks, as exciting as it looks, like getting your first magic job, it looks great. It is great.
Yeah.
It's super exciting. I like lost my mind when I first got my first assignment.
Yeah, same.
But like after you get past that point, it's not like eternal bliss forever. It's like, okay, this is where we're at now. I need new goals. I need new things to shoot for. I still have all these other problems in my life that I need to work on, and it's not all that it's cracked up to be. And I think some people get into a trap where they see that huge goal and they get to it,
idealize it,
and then they just get super depressed because it's not all it's cracked up to be, or they don't get to it and they think because they never got to that goal that they're a complete failure and that was their one way to happiness, and now they'll just never be happy and why go on and everything is awful.
So like I don't know what to say to people that ask me about that sort of thing, because I mean I don't want to disappoint people.
Sure.
And I don't like, if you have a dream, like by all means follow it, but I mean, you like it's what I dealt with my family, especially the older people, that they weren't supporting. I mean, my mom, and my dad, and my brother and sister, like they were very supportive, and my grandma and my grandpa. But like there were other people that weren't like so sure about it, which I didn't care so much about. Like as much as my mom's support and my dad's support, they were not encouraging about me getting or trying to become an artist. They said just like have it as a hobby, or I'm not gonna make like you know all about that. Like you're gonna starve. But like they were from an older generation. Like I know how things work. Like I was raised in this world. Like I know how art works, and I know it better than they do. So like each generation is gonna be completely different. From the last ones. Like even like a gap of 2 or 3 years. Like there's like a whole different thing going on now. There's like new technologies. Like there's different people working in the business. So it's all different. Like you know how it works. Like just trust you and your knowledge and just go for it. Yeah, because I did Comic-Con. Like that's the way that I met the art directors.
Right.
But that's like an outdated.
It is. Because I did the in-person events too, like in-person portfolio views. That's how I got D&D. Nowadays, like, you can still do that, but I don't know. It does feel a little old-fashioned, which is sad because I was doing it like, 7, 8 years ago, and it's already become like, do it if you can, but at the same time, it's not a requirement. Like you could have stayed in Mexico and gotten all the exact same jobs. That you're getting now.
For sure. I wouldn't have to. I mean, I went to Comic-Con for fun.
Sure.
But it was like it got to a point where it wasn't fun anymore. Where it's just lines. Like me doing the interviews and just lines trying to get to shows and stuff.
Yeah, that's not quite as much fun.
I remember we did a line. It was I think from 4 a.m. to. I mean, people count. They don't even get to see the stuff that they want to see. We were trying to see like the Hobbit previews and all that stuff, and we didn't get in. We spent close to 10 hours, maybe more than that.
That sounds like misery.
So and paying a lot of money to go to these shows and like everyth's expensive. It's convention season. It's not great when you save up for like that sort of show and you don't get to see anything and you get turned down. Because I did get turned down several times.
Oh man.
So It's so depressing.
All right.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah,
Happy
like,
creators.
we need Rachel. Like she's a cheery one.
Yeah, there's a reason I didn't start it until she showed up, because it would have just turned into a depressing Noah's existential crisis of the week.
Drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. And sad.
Just wait for like 30 years from now when we're like old men doing this. It'll be super.
It'll be fun. Yeah, we'd be laughing about everything. It's like I think the thing is that we're 30.
Yeah.
And we're at that like not like middle aged, but like getting to that age where it's not all like we're not as. I mean, at least I'm not as optimistic as I was before. But I mean, I know life is not that difficult. Like I know more stuff.
Sure.
I don't know. I guess with the internet and information, like everything gets darker and
yeah.
But the world's actually getting better. So
yeah,
don't take my word. Things are getting better.
Yes.
It's tough as it sounds. Yeah.
Well, that's good. See, that's positive. There you go.
Yeah,
we're gonna end on that positive note. Things are getting better. He said it after he said he's less positive.
Yeah, when there's really an indicator, like when pollution goes up, it's because the economy is going up too.
Right.
It's because there's a better economy and everyone's doing well.
Yeah.
So we pollute more.
Yeah.
But like we haven't gotten to that technology. Like we haven't perfected those. So there's gonna be a point where we do better, and pollution's gonna probably stay where it is, or I don't know. So we're getting there. So it's not all gloomy and it's sad.
It's happy. It's positive. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Yeah. Do art. It's fulfilling. And you get to travel. You get to meet people.
Yeah. I mean, you get to come to the States like a lot for trips and stuff and seeing people, and you probably wouldn't normally get to do that with most jobs.
I mean, someone knocking.
No, I think that was something.
Okay, that's great. That's scary. I mean, I wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for magic. Like if it wasn't for magic, I wouldn't have my job, my friends, my life, like the things that I have now, like the investments that I made. I wouldn't have met my girlfriend. That gave me like the chance to travel, take time off. Like that was very important. Like to be a freelancer means that I can, pick when I can work and when can I take a break.
Yeah.
And when, I'm not tied to a job. I can.
Yeah.
I have all these freedoms, and that's what got me here. Like.
That's great.
It's because of that art and that opportunity, and because of magic that I'm doing this. And that's pretty cool. Like, I think it's worth a shot. Like,
it's working out for you.
Yeah, I mean it works out. Like you learn stuff, and if it doesn't work out, like I tried 4 times to work on that. Well, not 4 times, but I learned. Like you learn, and you grow thick skin, and probably if I wouldn't have gotten into magic, I probably would have done something else. Like I would be working on art, but probably some other company, and I don't know, maybe down the line I would have worked for magic eventually. But I mean, it's it's like the happy,
we did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Things worked out for
you. So I mean, tried. Like it's worth it's worth it.
Yeah, like even if you don't get there, I think it's still worth it. It's still worth it. Still fun to attempt. Still fun to do, just in general.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not putting yourself at a risk of. Like, don't spend a lot of money going to Comic-Con. It's not worth it.
Yes.
Don't bet on.
No, don't bankrupt yourself.
Don't bankrupt yourself trying to get there. It's
not good.
No, it's going to be rough to bounce back from that. Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Well, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, this is good. You're our first guest.
Hey.
How does it feel? Or do you feel special?
Yeah, I feel special.
All right.
Yeah.
Just you wait. Once we've done like 1,000 of these, and you're like the first guest.
That was the first one.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll be famous.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We'll see you guys.
Yeah.